And Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court right now for the Hawks, they've got Kent Bazemore. Howard is out there with Paul Millsap. Then there's Kyle Korver. Last season was difficult for Dwight Howard, to say the least, across the board. Worse since, in fact, his rookie year.
Yeah, he just wasn't able to stay healthy. I mean, looks dominant in spurts. Gets you thinking, okay, he's back, then his body betrays him.
And DeRozan, here we go. Can't get it to go. So Atlanta will take it the other way. Schroeder with the ball. Now guarded by DeRozan. Kyle Korver, and that's good.
And when he's got that much of a height advantage on the perimeter, it's really tough on the defender. Easy three-pointer.
It's tipped. Korver against DeRozan. And the layup's good off the glass.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan, to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now here's Schroeder. And yes, sir, that one drops.
Talk about a great start. 3 of 3 from the field to get the game going. They're cooking with gas, folks.
And Dennis Schroeder out of Germany, his teammates give him a hard time about putting mayonnaise on everything. He eats a turkey burger with mayo before every game. And let me tell you, no need to change, because he's settling in just fine.
Jumps up, and the slam dunk by Bazemore.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Now here's Valanciunas. Korver with the defensive effort. And Schroeder, who's out of Germany, a pretty wealthy country, but he had a pretty hard scrabble upbringing.
Yeah, you know, he had some brushes with authority early on in his life. He's still relatively young, so in the past, I think he's in a really ideal situation in Atlanta right now.
Here's Schroeder after the made shot from Jonas Valanciunas. And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That's foul number 2 for him.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
And Toronto making a change here. Patterson's checked in. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. And here we go. Here's Sullinger. He's on target from 8 feet out.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Now here's Schroeder. Rebound by Kyle Lowry.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Patterson passes to Sullinger. The wide open look here for DeRozan. Bangs home the trifecta. DeRozan's got 5 now. The Hawks have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Here's Schroeder. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Raptors trail by 3. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And the foul on Kent Bazemore. That is his first foul of the game. Thunder's checked in for Toronto. And a change for the Hawks. Jarrett Jack is checked in for Dennis Schroeder. Bazemore dishes to Howard. It's stolen by Carroll. And here's the fast break. Carroll leading the way. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better.
Terrence Ross is checked in for Toronto. Joseph comes in for Kyle Lowry. Raptors have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. In the last few years, the Toronto fans have made a strong case for being the loudest in the league. And Greg, you know, the Air Canada Center can sound like a 60,000 capacity crowd during the playoffs.
It is really unreal. It gives the Raptors a huge advantage here at home. Toronto and Canada will always be hockey first, but they love their Raptors here in the North.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
And DeRozan with the basket on the assist from Ross. And that's 12 points for DeMar DeRozan.
Boy, this game is off to a flying start.
Yeah, we're seeing some high-octane offense from both sides in this one.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks.
You know, the Raptors were top 5 in attendance last season as well. I mean, fans had plenty to cheer about as the team finished with 27 home wins on the year.
Humphries with the steal. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Here's Joseph. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. A good look from DeRozan. Chris Humphries comes up with the rebound.
And the Raptor franchise record for home wins is 30, set back in 07. You get the feeling with the way the crowd gets into it, that record won't stand much longer.
This is not a tough case to crack. I mean, if they want to put an end to this run, they'll need to start getting back on defense.
You know, you can't fall asleep in transition. Everybody needs to hightail it back to stop these fast break chances.
Now, Ross, after Kyle Korver missing on that last three-pointer. Ross kicks to DeRozan. Shoots from the elbow, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Sefolosha passes to Jack. Just 3 on the clock. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. The Hawks shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
Guys, that says a lot about the poise of this team. I mean, they've been so calm, cool, and consistent at the stripe this year. I mean, that's a...
And so, lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. It's the Raptors leading by just 2. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. The question is whether or not that team unity, as rare as it is making a difference for the Raptors. Does it make Kyle Lowry any better? Do they just give it more time?
You know, you could argue it both ways, Kevin, because it's worked both ways. I mean, teams that couldn't stand one another have won rings, and so have tight-knit groups who were really close. So there's really no magic formula. I think there's a little bit of art to go with the science in that.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And from what we've seen so far from the Raptors, guys, your thoughts?
You know, you can tell right now this team's on the same page. They are right where they want to be offensively.
Well, finding scores on time and on target with your passes, it makes scoring the ball easy for them.
They've got Jonas Valanciunas, Lowry out there with Powell. Then it's Damari Carroll, and it's Sullinger in at the 4 slot. That's the group for Toronto to start the second quarter. And that one's good. Schroeder. Schroeder's got the game tied up here for the Hawks.
And Mike Scott out of Virginia becoming a pretty deadly spread 4 in the pros. He only shot a single 3 in his rookie season. Last season, 3s made up almost half the shots he attempted.
Here's Powell, and too long on the shot. The Hawks have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Millsap left side. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. And Mike Scott provides instant offensive punch off the bench.
You know, over the last couple of seasons, his defenses maybe and rebounding have gone south, but he doesn't have any problems getting the ball up and knocking down shots. He's just got to continue to find the balance so that he's not just a scorer, but he's able to do some other things too.
Here's Valanciunas, knocked away. Now here is Sefolosha, guarded by Valanciunas. Here's Bazemore, so they take the lead. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Hawks?
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with
They can't guard us on the perimeter. It's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas.
Another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
And Toronto making a change here. DeRozan's checked in. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Atlanta. Lowry dishes to Sullinger. And here's the fast break. Millsap leading the way. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. And a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. Corey Joseph's checked in for DeMarre Carroll. Last season, Atlanta showed just how much fun a team can have playing team basketball, complete team effort. We use that word a lot. You don't see it much in the NBA, but boy, they epitomize the club.
Yeah, they sure did. It's refreshing to see a team do that well collectively without a real superstar. Just a solid group that understood their roles and played them perfectly.
Here's DeRozan, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. DeRozan's got 14 points for the game. Here's Schroeder. It's deflected. Outside DeRozan. Puts up a three. Paul Millsap with the rebound.
And, folks, it's not like the Hawks didn't have talent. I mean, they did have 4 All-Stars last year. None of them voted in, however.
Now, here's Joseph. He's guarded by Schroeder. Valanciunas. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Patterson comes in for Sullinger. And it's Ross in for Kyle Lowry. Atlanta also making some changes here. Chris Humphries has checked in for Millsap. Korver comes in for Cephalosha. And Jarrett Jack has subbed in for Dennis Schroeder.
You know, what shows you just how team-oriented the Hawks were last season was this stat. They never had anybody score more than 30 points for them in the game all season. Millsap had 30 points once early in the year, and that was the high mark for the team.
And some changes here for the Raptors. Thunder comes in for Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Wright in for Joseph. And Wright, here we go. And here we go. Jack heading to the hoop. That's good. Korver's got 5 now.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
And good on the basket. Book it.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Here's Jack. Bank shot. No good.
Great looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
Yeah, really turned it from a simple, straightforward look into a very difficult shot.
Patterson against Howard. 6 on the shot clock. Offensive rebound.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
And Jack kicks to Humphries. Here's Howard. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. And the Hawks lead by 6.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And a great assist by Jack as that one goes in. Jack's got 3 assists in the game. Down low, out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
DeMarre Carroll's checked in for Toronto. And stolen by Wright. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's DeRozan, and the basket is good. The call goes his way, and we could be looking at a 3-point play. The Raptors have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. 27 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And Bazemore kicks to Korver. Jacks up a 3. Here's Howard. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And, fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
Outside Carroll. That's good. Carroll's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And Jack kicks to Howard. Shoots a fader. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. And the first half comes to a close. We've got...
Thank you. the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
I would call that a competitive first half of action, or a competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. Their largest and that'll do it for now, as the second half of our game is
the third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities, and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
I agree with you, Greg. Judicious shot selection. All of his looks were good looks.
And so in the game for the Hawks, they've got Kyle Korver. Kent Bazemore is out there with Paul Millsap. Then there's Howard. Thing about DeMar DeRozan, he came into the league fairly unpolished. Struggled to handle the ball, created in his own shot, and but sometimes he would create for others too. But he settled down. You can see the growth.
Yeah, and that's the one thing. You could see the physical talent was there in terms of him playing the two. The question was, could he make the commitment mentally to become a great player? Well, from what he's done the last few years, I would have to say he's definitely been able to do that.
And that one's good. Schroeder's got 12 in the game.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
The drive by Lowry. Up top, Sullinger. Outside Lowry. Outside DeRozan. Shot clock at 5. Toronto needs to get off his shot. Lowry can't get that one to fall. The Hawks leading. 14 feet away. No good off the front iron.
Still a bit chilly from the field at the start of this third quarter. 1 of 4 so far.
Carroll passes to Lowry. Now here's Valanciunas. Tight defense on him. Rebound by the Hawks. Howard's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. It's deflected. It's stolen by Lowry. And Valanciunas penetrating. That falls. Nice speed that time from Kyle Lowry. That's 7 points now for Valanciunas. Schroeder up top. Lowry covering. Screen by Howard. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line.
Like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Some changes for Toronto. Now he's checked in for DeMar Carroll, and it's Joseph in for DeMar DeRozan. And Valanciunas kicks to Joseph. Outside Lowry. Releases from 15. Sullinger dishes to Valanciunas. Lowry. Again, the miss by Lowry.
Not a quarter to remember as far as his offense is concerned.
Yeah, you know, he's not making any kind of impact for them at that end of the court right now.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Valanciunas passes to Lowry. And Valanciunas kicks to Powell. Good work defensively by Millsap.
Well, I tell you, last season was a big one for the Hawks and Coach Budenholzer. Their dominant season won him multiple Coach of the Month titles, and eventually he won the Coach of the Year award.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Powell kicks to Lowry. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Patterson, he's checked in for the Raptors. Ross comes in for Kyle Lowry. Then for the Hawks, Chris Humphries has checked in for Howard. And Jarrett Jack has subbed in for Kyle Korver. And that one's good. 7 points now for Terrence Ross. It was pretty obvious, I thought, Greg, that Budenholzer was the deserved coach of the year. I mean, Steve Kerr, there are a lot of good names you could put in there. But what he's done, taking the Hawks to the top of the East, a few saw that coming.
I agree with you. I mean, he has transformed this Hawks team over the past couple of years, has a wonderful team game. And, you know, obviously a lot of influence coming from Pop when he was with San Antonio, but he is really, I think, redefining how the game of basketball is being played at the pro level.
The dish now to Patterson. And the Raptors tack on 2 more.
And that trip played out perfectly for them.
The Hawks trail by 6. Ross with the steal. Now the Raptors moving it up. Ross leading the charge. And it's Joseph, top of the key. There's the 3. No good from Ross. The Hawks have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, sir. Takes it from 10. Toronto grabs the miss. Valanciunas has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Powell kicks to Valanciunas. And no good as it rattles out.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
And the pass to Jack from deep three-point range. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got his 5th rebound in this one. Ross kicks to Valanciunas. Here's Patterson. 18 feet away, and he knocks it down. Patterson's got 4 this quarter.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Ross, that's good.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
That will count, and it would have counted had it. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. The Raptors out in front, ending the third quarter with a massive 16-4 run. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next. The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. The star pair of Lowry and DeRozan are the guards. Jared Sullinger is out there with Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Carroll in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Lowry against Jack. Lowry dishes to Sullinger. Rebound, Atlanta. Outside Millsap. Howard with it. Now Valanciunas defending. Howard kicks to Millsap. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. And it's 6 points for Millsap. Raptors leading by 6. Lowry passes to Sullinger. Here's Valanciunas. Rejected by Millsap. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Bazemore misses.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
Jack against Lowry. Back to Valanciunas. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. No good. Good work defensively by Lowry. The Raptors have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. DeRozan dishes to Carroll. Back to DeRozan. And it's sent back by Howard. And here's the fast break. Millsap leading the way. That's good. That's 7 points in the game for Kyle Korver.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and you can see right there why he does.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
During that break, Dwayne Casey had some words for his team. He was absolutely adamant, saying, don't let them off the hook. Let's keep our foot on the pedal and keep doing the things that have gotten us here this far. We're almost home.
Here's Jack. Again, the miss by Jack.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Yeah, big time. I mean, the words that come to mind, ice and cold and disappearing stroke, all would apply.
Here's Howard. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Been a nice game for Howard. He has 9 rebounds, and he's created a lot of chances for his teammates also.
And Clark, some of those assists that he's gotten today have been just electric.
And he sinks the second.
And guys, you know, we've talked about it before, but it bears repeating. Dwight Howard may be the best overall rebounder in the last decade. 5 times out of the last 8 years, he's led the league in rebounding. That's almost impossible to do in the modern NBA.
And he misses the fast break layup.
He's really lacking in confidence out there. 0 field goals made so far in this game.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Not really his best quarter. That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. And he gets the bucket.
He had one in the first as well. He can be dangerous. Keep an eye on him.
And Jack kicks to Howard. To halt the run. And the shot is good. The Raptor lead has been cut to just 11 points in the basket from Korver.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
The shot by Carroll, no good. The Hawks have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Korver with it. Lowry picks him up. No good from Jack.
And he's really trying to get them back into it, but the results just have not been there.
Dishes to Carroll. For 3. And he gets it to go. Carroll's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Raptors.
What a final quarter these guys are having from downtown, just burying the threes in bunches.
And they might as well keep going back to the well. No reason not to. I mean, work that perimeter. It's going good for you. Work it until it stops.
The Hawks making a switch here. Schroeder's checked in. Millsap attacking. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Bazemore. Toronto grabs the miss. Valanciunas has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. It's Ullinger with the drive. Raptors get it back. Goes back up. And Valanciunas with the layup. And the Raptors lead by 16.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Raptors.
Steve, I agree. And, you know, I think the attitude was very impressive. And Clark, you had talked about this before the game. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Yeah, absolutely. They put a tremendous performance in terms of effort and intensity, and they deserve to win this one.
And what a huge standout performance it was for DeRozan. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel. And that's not the best of shot selection there. The defense definitely won that possession.
Yeah, I think in that case you've got to go elsewhere with the ball. You just can't rise up over the top of him when he's on you.
So it's Atlanta now. Howard drives in. That's good. And that's a double-double for him now. 11 points and 12 rebounds. But they've shared the load offensively.
Yeah, they've done a nice job with it, Kevin. Everybody's touching the ball. There's a nice flow to what they're doing offensively.
And, guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Schroeder, and a miss there on the triple. Here's Thunder. And right, here we go. And he makes good on the layup.
That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Boy, I love the serious killer instinct they've shown, finishing strong.
Atlanta calls timeout. What's your take, guys?
You know what? You can talk all you want, but I just don't see a scenario that's going to get them back in it.
Yeah, who knows what he's drawing up.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, DeMar DeRozan. He notched his season high, and his scoring really seemed to set the tempo for his team tonight.
A ton of his points were coming inside tonight. It really speaks to how aggressive he was in this game. If there was a path to the hoop, he was attacking. Love that kind of mindset in a backcourt or a wing player.
Well, DeRozan is capable of just going off on any night. You know, his leadership, though, whew, that sets him apart right there. DeMar leads by example, and his team feeds off that good energy.
And, folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny...